The third shaking. If things unfolded in this scenario, humankind would clearly have closed their hearts and would begin to lose the dream of Creator's plan. Consciousness would begin to implode as we lost our hold of the dream. What did we think this world was, anyway? Life is just a dream. What did we think our external world was? But if merely a reflection of our human dream. And it is dying because we cannot live without the heart. If we do not awaken and change our ways, there will be a third shaking. This third shaking will be so terrible that most of the people will not choose to be here to experience the horrors of these times. As the final days draw close, there will be many old ones, grandfathers and grandmothers, who will begin to leave this earth plane in great numbers. Among those who remain, there will exist much disease and famine. The homeless and the dead-eyes will be without measure. There cannot be enough medicine people to do the healing work that will cry out. Those who die of natural causes will be lucky ones. Those who contract the plagues will find no cures, for many of these germs are synthetic and almost mechanical in nature. Millions will perish. Great comets will start to appear in the heavens. They will fall like hail upon the earth and bring much destruction to the earth. The whole earth will shake when it hits, and there will be no way of altering the events that follow. Some of these comets will be ships belonging to those who come from beyond the stars. We must understand that there are many races that visit us from the stars. Some are not friendly toward us. There's a comet called Hale-Bopp, which the scientists have seen in our heavens. It is funny how things are never real when we see them. Only when the scientists see them do they become real, even after we have been telling them about it for lifetimes. I've got to grab my tea. As I have experienced life, worked with spirits, and removed demons from people, I can tell you this. Most of the time, scientists see very little. This is not a comet. It is a ship. There are people upon this ship who are of the reptilian race. They are not friendly toward us. This ship will continue on its journey toward Earth and should arrive here in the year 1997. There are also reptilians who live within our hollow Earth. They are friendly toward us, although they have good reason to fear us, for we are a hostile bunch. There are other ships that are in our solar system. The ones that are upon some of these ships are awaiting for us to ask for their help. They cannot interfere with our way of life here unless enough of us ask for them to do so. Hearts open. They will know that it is time to interact when the blue Kachina returns. This blue Kachina has already sent emissaries to our villages to let us know that they are returning. At some ceremonies, the blue Kachina has been seen by our children, for their spirits are still pure, and the spirits easily connect with them. You must remember that we have hundreds of Kachinas. Not all of them are singular entities. If I call you a human, hopefully you are not the only one. The problem with present-day society is that they think they are the only life form that exists upon this planet. They think that they are the only life form in this universe. They have an attitude of they or there is only us, air quoting. Even after they come and do ceremony with us and see with their own eyes, they go home and in a few weeks they forget. You can remind them and they will nod their heads and tell you, air quoting, "Oh yes, I remember," air quoting. The truth is that they do not remember. This is why the beings that come from the stars wonder about them. They are in many ways like ghosts, having no substance. They are in many ways like ghosts, having no substance. They are in many ways like ghosts, having no substance. You try to touch them inside, and nothing happens. Sometimes you think that there is something wrong with you. They can be easily filled with anyone else's thoughts. They have no clue about how to call upon their personal power because they have none. They are afraid of their inside feelings. They are afraid to feel, for they do not know who or what they are. Inside, where their spirit lives. Those volcanoes we told you would erupt. Well, take a good look. Kola, they are. It is happening everywhere. But one day they will no longer occur at one time. They will start to answer each other, and rather quickly. Some people do not know the bear is near until it breaks down their door. Then it's too late. One day humankind will see blood-red skies and experience black rain as ancient ones begin to wake up from their centuries of sleeping. They are already waking up, one at a time. The calling has begun. They will spit up the poisons from the deep within the mother's belly. The very elements are rising up to hear her cry. Even the animals will rise up and join in the purification. The universe itself will begin to alter as the mother lets loose her cry to be heard in the heavens. The smoke will darken the skies for many seasons, and nothing will grow. There will be nothing man can do at this point. It will appear as if the very universe is falling upon us. And the priests who have walked away from their power will no longer know how to call spirit world to aid us. They will have forgotten how. The dream will end as many fall into great darkness. It will seem like the destruction will never end, but finally a day will come when a great star appears in the heavens. The light from this great star will be brighter than our sun. There will be small areas where life has survived the purification. Here in these places, the songbirds will gather again, and the grasses that were not yet born will fight to push their way to the surface of the earth on the day of this star's appearance. Some will call it a day of God. The old ones tell us that on this day the flowers will bloom at midnight, and the wind will sing, calling to the people who buried themselves beneath the earth in fear of the forces of nature. They will be called to come forth in the light of the great star. The day of the Creator will have arrived. The gods who know all of the universe will have returned for those who remembered the original instructions. These will be led into the fifth world, as have been promised long ago. Then our dream of this fifth world will be completed.